Hello, Aquarius stars. This is a soul reading for those who were born when the sun was in Aquarius. So those of you who are Aquarius sun signs, and we are going to look at your soul journey for this life, okay? And you guys are the true visionaries, and you guys are real unicorns. You are unique. You guys march to the beat of your own drum. So we're going to look at some information about Aquarius. We're going to look at your soul path right here and get the information for the higher vibrational energy of the Aquarius and the lower vibrational energies that come with Aquarius. And you are coming through as a master number 22, so you are working on some mastery and you are a humanitarian this life journey. And so on the upside, practical idealism, manifesting grand plans, practical steady growth, inventive scientific mind. The lower vibrational energies with Aquarius are you can be stubborn and fixed, vindictive or antagonistic, stagnant and slow to act, unimaginative, and be muddled. So Aquarius, you will experience both sides of this energy throughout this life journey, but you are coming into mastery. So you have a love for humanitarian, and it could be like very specific people and cultures just really touch your soul and pull you in, or it could be just like this broad overall perspective of humanity and a hope within you that there will be a beautiful evolution of humanity and growth far beyond what we are today. Okay, you see far into the future the potential of what could be for people, for the world. Okay, you just there's nothing quite like an Aquarius. Know that. And this is some more information about Aquarius, the Innovator. And it says experimental, rational, unique, liberal, electric, group-orientated, humanitarian, free, radical, eccentric, diverse. And sometimes, though, you could be disruptive, edgy, detached, aloof. Okay? So you are a warm fuzzy, or you could be a cold prickly. It just really depends on your mood and what you're going through at the time. All right, so let's pull a card to look at some of your life lessons, and then we'll pull a card for your greatest gift, something that is very unique to you that you possess for this life journey. Oh my goodness, you got Aquarius energy for the soul teaching, the soul lessons, which, could happen, but you are really working with this energy. And it says detachment, keep moving forward, let go of unproductive patterns, release unhealthy relationships, pass on learning from past experiences, be fair and accountable in dealings, seek new innovative experiences, universal activists. So Aquarius, these are some of the lessons that you will struggle with this life journey. In situations, because your heart is so big, you are humanitarian. Okay, your heart is so big and you see the potential, and you don't like injustice. You don't like where things are not fair. You want equality for all, not just human, but for animal as well. Some of you go very, very deep and can be quite attached and connected to the planet. And, you are working towards different efforts for conservation and preservation of Mother Earth Gaia. All right. So sometimes you will get way too emotionally involved and it will hurt your heart too much. And so part of your lesson this life journey is learning how to emotionally detach when it's necessary, and when to be emotionally open and vulnerable and bond with another, because you will have confusion there, Aquarius, because of having that big heart. Sometimes things just hurt you way too deep, so you want to completely detach and be aloof and be disconnected. So you're learning the balance of when to be open, emotional, and vulnerable, and when you do need to be closed and more detached. And you will have a hard time letting go of certain things. You're going to be very sentimental, okay? And you may get stuck in patterns because they serve you, but after you've gained all you've gained and you've evolved beyond, it may be a little hard for you to take that leap and go to the next level, because it will be unfamiliar territory in which you are now going to explore, okay? And sometimes you can be very stubborn, and even though in certain situations you may know that you are in the wrong, you may just be stubborn and wait for the other person to break down, because you can hold a grudge. As big as this heart is, it can turn cold and icy in self-preservation, just depending on what you're experiencing and what you're going through. You're a universal activist, so you're meant to experience and feel things quite deeply, and you have the higher vision of solution and how to facilitate big changes in this world. All right, let's pull you your beautiful, unique talent, your blessing, something that is very special for Aquarius this life journey. Divine guidance. I am not surprised to see that, because you are working with mastery. So Aquarius, a gift that you possess is you are incredibly intuitive, and you are divinely guided, which means you have soul contracts with some of your spirit guides where they can come and intervene at certain points along your journey if you're really veering off your path, okay? Where they could come in and override your free will to get you back on track. And that's a soul contract between the two of you. And there's only certain circumstances or situations that they are able to override your free will, okay? But you have that safety net. Many of you probably have a grand trine in your natal chart, all right? Because you have special protection. You are like a cat. You have 9 lives. You have several get out of jail for free cards, okay? You have a lot of protection, and there will be divine intervention when it is in your highest good. And there will also be some divine intervention that brings forth very unexpected blessings for Aquarius. So pay attention to signs and synchronicities. Due to your previous mastery and lifetimes before, you have this shield of protection, okay? And you will be helped when you're really going off the deep, because you'll wonder throughout your life journey, why was I able to make it through, or why did this work out for me? It's because you've earned that in previous lifetimes. And so when it's needed most in this life journey, it's going to come in very strong, Aquarius. And you're going to have dreams, because you are connected in to the higher realms, okay? So you are going to have very strong dreams that come to pass, or that are trying to tell you something. You're going to see a lot of signs and synchronicities. There is no such thing as coincidence for you guys, okay? No such thing. All right, let's pull some more astrology energies to see about these lessons, as well as your blessing over here. Okay, so we have the moon and feelings. That goes back to that detachment. You are incredibly intuitive and empathic, and you have a very big heart, and part of this life journey, the lesson is learning how to work with your emotional body, and when you're going off the deep and you need to learn to discipline and get control of your emotions, and then also when you need to allow yourself to just fall into the bliss of happiness and joy and love. So a lot of emotional growth this life journey. And it says instinct, nurturing, gut reaction, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotions, self-soothing moods, and mother. So you are very sensitive, Aquarius. As much as you become aloof and detached and turn that heart icy, you feel everything quite deeply. And now you have Jupiter, expansion, enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking, travel, positivity, lectures, foreign cultures. Not surprised to see foreign cultures in there. Teachers, pilgrimage. Sorry, I could not get that out. Chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, potential. So as you evolve through these life lessons that has a lot to do with learning about your emotional body, Aquarius, there are blessings and there are big leaps in consciousness for you as you come into understanding. You may have to learn, or not learn, you may need to go through some things, like through several cycles, to fully grasp the whole lesson and gain the emotional growth that you are intended to. Because with the moon coming through as Jupiter, you know, Jupiter is a very positive, blessing type of energy. It's higher spirituality attached to the moon. This is letting me know that you have a lot of emotional maturity and expansion that you signed up for this life journey, and that's why you have the biggest struggle there with that detachment, holding grudges, knowing when to be open and vulnerable, and knowing when you need to be more emotionally detached. And as you learn and grow and expand, there's a lot of blessings that comes in for you, and you will master this. All right, you absolutely will. Over here we have a semi-sextile, allowing, encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hopes to, compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, rewards. And this here, that divine guidance, this is talking about how you will always be blessed when you need it the most. You will be protected when you need it the most. Magic and miracles will unfold in this life journey for you, Aquarius. It absolutely will. But this is what you bring to other people, all right, through that big heart, through you growing into the humanitarian, the universal activist, okay, encourages, you encourage others, you help others see their true potential, you bring people into higher thoughts, logic, a higher mind, a new perspective of seeing things, you restore hope where hope is lost, you compensate, you give. Intuit, you are very sensitive. We've already discussed that. You're empathic, you're intuitive, you temper others very easily through your energy, okay? You know how to respond, you often have the solution, you know how to help other people break their cycles and grow beyond it, but you may struggle with your own, okay? Gives hope to, and the star on here, you are represented by the star in the tarot, and the star is about hope. You are the light of hope to humanity, Aquarius. And you have Pluto, transformational energy. You really help others through that dark night of the soul, the phoenix rising from the ashes, because you've gone through it yourself and you know how to help people through that, okay? So you are somebody who helps others really awaken and transform their life and reach their highest potential. And it does not matter. There is no hope is ever truly lost for you. All right, and you may struggle with that as well, because that's just who you are. You would see the potential, the higher vision for everyone and for all. And so when somebody can't see that for themselves or live up to that themselves, that is very difficult for you emotionally because you see it for them. All right. And this says renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, cycles, death, rebirth, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, extremes. That is what you help people with, Aquarius, and that's just who you are through your life experience, the way that you share that, the way that you offer advice, the way that you are there for other people, okay? And that could expand even into much bigger energies, but you are special. You are a real unicorn. Any and all who encounter you will never forget you, Aquarius, because you truly march to the beat of your own drum. You just really have a lot of lessons with emotion, and you may be moody and sensitive and really pessimistic some days and really get down and hard on yourself. You could even be very picky with others. Again, when you see their potential and they're not living up to it, or you know the solution, the answer to their problem, and they just won't hear you, it's very frustrating. But you yourself may be content to stay in the familiar. All right, so let's pull you a spirit guide and see the strongest spirit guide that is working with you this life journey. The Shaman of Birth. Nice. Aquarius, this is a highly advanced soul that is working with you. You got the mastery, and bringing birth, you are truly going to have like I don't want to call it dark night of the soul. I don't want to call it like a second like birth of self, but to me it's like you're going to go through your journey very strongly under a certain set of beliefs and ideas, and through your life lessons and the evolution you receive, you're going to really shift like 180, and you're going to expand far beyond which you believe in this moment of yourself, and the way you see the world. Oh, it's beautiful. So there's like a second coming of you almost. Okay, there's this beautiful version of you, and then once you come into this mastery, you are the master for the rest of your days. You are the teacher for the rest of your days. You are disciplined emotionally, and you have figured this out. You have a very powerful advanced being working with you. This right here, this spirit guide has already ascended the earth plane. There is no experience, emotion, situation, circumstance that you can go through that this spirit guide has not encountered somehow personally through their many incarnations. Okay, so you have a very powerful spirit guide working with you. Let's see what other spirits are around you and how they are assisting you. All right, well, these two jumped right on out. So we've got Archangels Michael, Prumerlich, Angels of Nature with Elementals, and Archangel Jophiel, Metatron, Gabriel, Michael with Lady Nada. Wow. So Aquarius, you have a lot of beings, a lot of energies around you. This is the Fae realm. This is Mother Earth Gaia herself, and there is a deep connection to nature, to humanity, to all things. And some of you may even identify as like a witch or a sorcerer. Okay, there is magic about you, Aquarius. And with Archangel Michael, you will always be given the truth. You will always know the truth in your soul. And then over here, you know, Archangel Metatron, that is the angel of trials and tribulations and expanding your psychic ability. And then you got the divine messenger, and you got Michael again. Okay, so Archangel Michael is very significant for this life journey. And this here is about, you know, your intuition and your higher spiritual gifts. So these archangels, along with this spirit guide, you have a whole spiritual team, but these are the energies that predominantly work with you through these life lessons, okay? Because the love and the inspiration and the healing and the upliftment and the hope that you bring to others is, you know, priceless, Aquarius. And you are the visionary. You see the potential, the solution in a way others don't. So let's pull some tarot. And you know what? That would make sense over there. You know, that transformational energy, that phoenix rising from the ashes with the birth here. And then these archangels, okay? It's like you will shed yourself. You will transform. You will be a caterpillar. You will transform into the butterfly this life journey, Aquarius. Yes, you are meant to make changes. You are meant to be a way shower, you know, paving new ground, the universal activist. Oh, yeah, and you are going to receive so much evolution in the emotional body, this life journey with this Eight of Cups. And on this side, this is where you are coming into that full growth, evolution, and understanding. This is where we're still on the journey. Here, you are now, and look at the child, this shooting star. Oh my gosh, all the synchronicities in your reading. Yes, the coming from the caterpillar into the butterfly, the second coming of you. It happens here. Oh yeah, because look at, you got judgment and you do well, Aquarius. Wow. So this is talking about your life journey, okay? And you will fight for what you believe is right and true and just for all, okay? And through your relationships and the situations and circumstances that you go through in this journey, Eight of Cups, there are a lot of different emotional lessons that you are learning. And that's the most intense thing for you, is what you experience through these emotional lessons, but you get there. And after that point, you have this beautiful transformation. And like I said, you are the teacher. You are no longer in this struggle. You will have mastered the emotional body. You will understand the richness and wealth of your emotions and how to direct them and intend them and get the sort of manifestations you desire, as well as, you know, the situations and relationships where you could be open and vulnerable and bond, but also the times where you need to keep a distance and, you know, for your own preservation. You're going to learn a lot emotionally. And this here, the judgment, that goes back to the mastery that you will achieve. You know, I would say this could happen in your 20s or 30s. All right, this coming into all this understanding feels very early in life for you. Oh yes, here it is, coming out under the Chariot. That's talking about your spiritual gifts, your empathic ability, also confirmed right there. And here we are, and how we're going to grow from being a page into a king emotionally, this life journey. And look at this. So in this position, you know, we see no way out. We feel very trapped in this position. We finally understand. So interesting that you have the Eight of Cups and then you have this Nine of Swords. So a lot of this emotional lesson, you will experience a lot of worry, concern, and anxiety in the mental body. The lesson goes hand in hand with each other. And wow, look at that. We have the Queen of Cups here. So this is that evolution that you are going through. And the Magician would be next, and this is you being a magical manifester. All right, Aquarius. You have a lot of emotional growth this life journey, but I really feel that you achieve this early on and you come into this mastery, because after you come into this mastery, you are sure of yourself. Okay, you know who you are, you know why you're here, you know your personal power, you've mastered your emotional body, you've mastered the mental realm, and now you fully awaken and activate to your life mission, your true purpose, your work for this life. Okay, and from there you're strong. And you follow through. And it's not to say that you don't have any other lessons. It's just after you overcome this and you have this beautiful awakening and activation, things really begin to shift and change for you in your experience. And you feel more of the leader than you did prior to this. Okay, so let's pull a couple of cards for the lessons and the blessing. Oh yeah, you are going to become a true master and achieve a lot of success in this life. Okay, so just remember that as you're going through these lessons, it's building an energetic foundation, because you see this wise old man here who's very comfortable, happy, secure on every level. That is what you are evolving into, and from that space you can help people better, you can teach people better, you can guide people better. And over here, wow, yeah, things just come through for you, Aquarius, when you need it the most. And also when people have huge upheavals and upsets in their life, I really feel like you're this dove that comes in and heals and saves the day for many people. You want equality. You want a good, happy, comfortable life for everybody. And look at what would be next. This King of Cups. And we're going to bring him out because you've got the whole family here. Well, at the exception of the Knight. And I feel this is talking about the evolution of your emotional body. You start out as this page, and through this life journey and mastering your lessons, you balance the divine masculine and the divine feminine in your emotional body. Okay, look at that. You have major evolution going on. And also, those of you who are very intuitive, empathic, psychically gifted, this is talking about the evolution of that. And you know, the king actually came out last, didn't he? In this position, he's in contemplation. In this position, he knows who he is. He knows his powers. Okay? So you are mastering the emotional body, but you are also really fine-tuning your psychic ability and skills. And you know, Pisces had a very similar reading as you, Aquarius soul journey. So if you are a rising or moon Pisces, this reading is especially significant for you and your emotional growth and evolution this life journey. I mean, it just keeps popping through this whole reading. And once you complete something here, you truly transform the phoenix rising from the ashes, and you are in such a place of empowerment. And what you used to fear, you no longer fear. What used to hold you back no longer holds you back. And you're very aware and in tune with the energies around you in the environment, as well as through other people. So let's see what doors open for you with this life journey, Aquarius. All right, under the lessons, healing the earth, love, humility, respect. Wow. This humanitarianism just keeps coming through and through. Healing the earth. These lessons that you signed up for, Aquarius, They are helping you evolve for a much higher mission, okay? Each and every one of you have some work for spirit this life journey. No way you don't, with this being the door that opens for you after you overcome this. You learn these life lessons and evolve, healing the earth. That's what you're here for, healing the actual earth, the animals, the human beings. You know, you all have different missions, but you are here to serve spirit, to the upliftment, the growth, the healing of humanity on some level. Here in the middle, look at that, the Dawn Watcher, caretaker, guardian, support. So this is you over humanity, over the nature kingdom, over Mother Earth Gaia, but this is also talking about that beautiful divine guidance and support that you have, that beautiful protection where magic and miracles happen when you need it the absolute most, okay? So not only do you provide that and bring that to this earth plane, you also have that throughout this life journey, and you awaken and become aware of this, Aquarius. And over here under the gifts, the healing temple, restoration, cure, safety. This is you. The more you become aware, you transform from the caterpillar into the butterfly. You are a healing temple to all who encounter you, Aquarius. You are just this big ball of love, of light, of wisdom, of vision. There is nobody like you. You are the real unicorn in human form, and you always see the solution. You always see the highest potential in people and situations, and learning to balance your emotional body and temper that along with your spiritual gifts are big lessons for you. But Aquarius, I know that you will achieve that because you have higher work here for spirit with humanity. All right, let's pull you a message. Affirmation. Be aware of your language and thoughts. The most powerful statement you can ever make, think or feel is thank you. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life. As we acknowledge the divine order of life, the universe responds with ever greater blessings. You are a powerful creator. All you say and think resonates through the heart of creation, and responds accordingly. And creation responds accordingly. Yes, you are learning that as well, Aquarius, the power of your emotion, and then you make magic. So know that. All right, so those are your messages about your soul journey. I am sending you guys a lot of love and light. Take care.